Hello, Anju. Hello. Okay, so um, okay, so yesterday we completed all the yesterday we completed all the routing flow, and today we just have to write the front end, and we'll be done, and we'll be deploying our app to server, actual host. Okay, so till now, any questions from yesterday's session? Any question? Actually, today's session will be very straightforward. We'll just copy the whole views folder, and I'll explain how EJS is working, rendering the data which uh, is being supplied from server to the front end. Okay. Okay. So no questions. So what you can do is you will also have these EJS files. You can simply copy them in your current working, project. I hope that's not a problem. And replace the index.ejs. We'll start by doing that. And okay, so now you'll have all the views, right? So now we can check our flow actually by starting the server in the current working project, and hopefully it should work. And if it doesn't work, we'll have to check. Okay. Mhm. It's working on port 3000. So we have an error. Hmm. Message is not defined. Okay, right. So we all did we all completed the three routes, but in the index.js we have some routes which we have to handle, like this route. What should happen when user requests slash? We are still rendering the error.ejs, but we have to pass a message which is required in index.ejs. I'll explain that, what that message is doing. But yeah, for now we'll just um, again remove this and copy that from index.ejs of our project. Okay, so yeah, so now when the user is requesting for slash, so he'll get this function will be executed. And what this function is doing, first he'll check if the request has cookie. Basically, if it does have cookie, it will redirect to the jitter page which we want to do. And obviously if the request has cookies, we have to decode it and validate it, verify it using that same dot verify method. And again it will give a decoded, what do you say, object which will contain our user id and username. Okay, like we were doing yesterday. So yeah, that will be same, and it will redirect to slash jitter. And if the request does not have cookie object, it will simply render the index.ejs. What this message is doing, so if you recall, in the auth controller, and not in the auth controller, actually in the user controller, when we were signing up, we were redirecting to the slash with a parameter is signed up equals success. So what we are checking is that if the request has a query is signed up equals success, then we'll show a message that you can log in now. And if it does not have that, we'll just simply pass a empty string and pass that message with the title to the slash index.tjs. Okay, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Any problem in that route? App.get slash. If not, then we'll move ahead and we have one more route to copy and paste, and this one is slash star. So what this will do, actually, this will, this function will be executed for every route, okay, that has basically after, that has anything after slash, okay. Is signed up is a sub route, not sub route, it's a query, okay. So if you have noticed, you can actually Google search like this, google.com/search question mark q equals, I don't know, cmrit, right? So it will search for that. So this thing is query, q equals what? So after signing up, we are passing a query is signed up equals success. So if the request object has that query equals success, we can simply show a message that you can log in now, or you are signed up, anything you like. And if it does not have that, we'll pass a empty string so that it does not render any message. Is that clear? It's not a sub route, it's a query. Yeah. Okay, so this thing will execute for every route, and since it is at the end, it will get the 404. Basically, whatever route is not handled above, it will get passed down to this. Basically, it's a default case of a switch case block. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, we'll save it and try to run it, and this time it should work. JWT is not defined. Wait. Okay, we did not. We are using this JWT, but we did not included it in a index.tjs. So we have to do that. JWT equals require, and we'll pass. Do you remember the package name? JSON Web Token. And hopefully this time, oh, okay, invalid signature. Um, they're having the JWT token, right? Mm, okay, we have to change the port actually. In yours, it should work, I guess. Are you guys checking? If you're checking, then please let me know. 7,000. I don't know why. Not. Hmm. Verified.js, invalid signature. JSON Web Token error. Can you guys check and confirm if it's working for you guys? Or if it's not, what error are you getting? Invalid signature error. For the CSS, wait. Copy the CSS as well. We'll have it inside the static folder. Copy and paste the CSS. We have to check why that is giving us an error. But yeah, Okay, let's see the console. Refuse to load image. Okay, that's not a problem. The server responded 500. Okay, there's a server error. Okay. We do have the cookie parser. What's the error? Can you guys check and confirm once if you are able to run? Anyone? Invalid signature. Let's Google it. I don't think we have to give an algorithm to it. Okay, there was a cookie. Okay, no problem. So yeah, it worked. There was a cookie already stored in that, so it was taking that. No problem. So, did it work for you guys? Guys, respond, guys. Okay, so I'll sign up. Mm. Okay, so if you see, we have that query in the URL, and we can see this message now because of that query in the URL. You see it? So yeah, that's why that was for. So I can now log in, and obviously we don't have any post because it's new database. And after question mark, everything in URL is query. Yes, everything in URL is query, and that is in the form of uh, key equals value. Okay, and if you have multiple queries, there will be an ampersand and key 2 equals value 2. That's how they do it. Okay. Okay, so first post, and if I check my database, whoa, should be that only. So yeah, you guys now you will have your app up and running. We'll just see how the views folder is working, and we'll move to deployment. But before that, please let me know if you were able to uh, run your app. App crashed. No problem. I actually wanted to hear something like that. Okay, Harshal, we'll check that. Why is it happening before deployment? Obviously, because we don't want your crashed app to be there. And I want you guys to copy the script as well, because that's how we are handling the delete method. And I'll show you how we are doing, because that's something is done by the front end JavaScript. So that's important. Script.js inside static script.js. script.js. Okay. Node one, yeah, yeah, bro. Node one. Node one is only running your app, so that will be crashed only. That only will be crashed. Okay. So I close my WhatsApp and I'll open my database. Yeah. Why is it taking so long? No. Node one app crashed. Okay. So anyone was able to run the app? Anyone? 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 No? What problem? Same? App crashed? App crashed. Okay. We'll check why it's happening. And if you see my database, there was a chitters and users. So we had to, models, and we have this. So we have the name. This underscore ID was auto generated by the MongoDB, as I told you. And I have name, username, email, uh, the salt and hash password, and obviously created. Okay, which was automatically run by at the time of creation of the user. Obviously we have another, which is this. I guess it doesn't auto update, right? We have to refresh it. Okay, let's add another post and check. Or let's so this comment array is empty right now. Let's add a comment there and check. This one is updated, and I'll just come here and refresh it. And now we should have an object. So yeah, this comment also have an ID which is auto generated by MongoDB. It has the user ID which is referring to this user table, and the username which is also referring to that user table, and a comment. Okay, so this part was updating the table. We already created a record, which was the first one, initial one, users record and chitters record. We updated the record, and obviously we are reading the record here like this, and now we'll just delete the record, and it should go away if we refresh. Yeah, so it's gone. So that's all the CRUD operations on database: create, read, which we are doing on the front end, update, which we did with comments, and delete. Okay, so yeah, that's how we are working with database, and all the controllers are here only, like users and jitter controller are basically working with the database. Okay, I hope yesterday was it was clear. And what else? Okay, so now views folder, there are a few things which we need to understand in the views. So if you come here and see the index.ejs, you'll see that there are a few include statements. So so that we don't have to put head in every section, like style css, script js and all. We don't have to include it in every ejs file. We you know create a separate header.ejs which will contain all the head and meta tags and title, obviously, which is dynamically being rendered, and that one we'll include in our each one of the ejs. So yeah, that's one thing. And obviously, like everywhere, this data, like in the jitters, in the jitters list, we are passing the list of the jitter, which uh, on which it again iterates over using for each, and it's again including another div which is jitters div, which is rendering that one. I have to create another jitter first and second. Okay, so this one is the jitter one, which contains jitter, which is this, username, which is this, and comment length. Uh, so how many comments are there and comments. Okay, like we did in the third day, I guess, or fourth day. So yeah, that's how EJS is working. Uh, the files which we need to repeat, we will just create a separate file and include that inside the parent file. Okay, that's all we are doing with EJS, and the working you already understood, right? Latest post is in create chitter. Latest post, as in all of the posts are in that. This is basically listing that. Okay, so all of the post will be rendered that way only. Like we can say, um, like if we do here, this is a post. Is say like this and refresh it. So you can see that in every of the div it will be rendered. This is a post. This is a post. Get that? So we don't have to repeat it several times. We just created a new file and included that in that folder, parent file. Okay, so that was all about EJS. Else everything is HTML and CSS, which you can play around with. Like we are using variables in css. So the way we deal with variables here, like we'll just declare variables by dash dash and variable name colon that value of the variable, and we have to do it inside colon root. Okay, colon root, and that will be the variable declaration. And the way we use variable, like in the background color of the body, we have to give var, then this parenthesis and variable name with again dash dash. Okay, so that's how we use variables. Actually, let's try changing the value of variable, and actually it will get updated in all of the file. Let's make this red, let's make this white. I don't know what it will do. Okay, this doesn't look good, but yeah, that's how the variable works. That is the whole purpose of variable, so that we have to just change one piece of code and it will get updated in all of the places, right? Okay, it doesn't look good, so let's revert back. You can play around with it, and that's the thing with css. The and everything else is same, like we use normally css. Okay, and one thing which we have to see, this delete function, how we are using it. So till now, any problem or any question? So what does jitter and jitter EJS do? Okay, so there are two files. Are you working? Are you asking about these two files, jitter and jitters and jitter? Okay, so this jitter is responsible for this individual jitter, what do you say, rendering individual jitter, and jitters, as the name suggests, it will render multiple jitters or the list of jitters. Okay, yeah. Any more questions? Thank you for observing that, by the way. uh, any more questions? Should we move ahead to this one is actually the last part. After that we'll just deploy our app. Okay, so we'll move ahead. So the way we get items on the HTML using JavaScript, basically the way we select item is document, which is actual the HTML document. Then we can get query selector for selecting individual element. In this case, I'll select all the dot delete buttons. The idea was basically to have a delete button for users as well, but in this case we can have query selector also. It won't matter because that's only in one place here. So yeah, actually, is that jitter.tjs, right? It will be here. Yeah, delete button. So the way we select classes in CSS, same way query selector does. So we can give a dot and then the class name to select that. Okay, and then on that delete buttons, actually query selector all gives us an array of the elements, DOM elements, okay, HTML elements, because it will select all, so it can't give one. So we have to use a for each or any iterator over it. Okay, and it will take, as always, it will take single element as the what do you say, it will iterate on each and every element. So we can give a name to a single element as button btn, and on that button we'll add an event listener. So basically it will listen for any click on it, and it will run the function delete item, and delete item function is um, declared down here. So I hope this one, these two lines are clear. Why are we doing that? In this case, actually we do not need to do this. We can simply have like, we can simply have const del btn equals document dot query selector, then pass that class name dot delete button btn, and we can simply say that del btn dot add event listener, and we'll listen for the click event and pass run the delete button delete item function whenever this button is clicked. Okay, because we have only one delete button in this page. Okay, so it doesn't matter to have array of that, but anyway we'll use that. Okay, you can we can handle it that way as well. Okay, so in the delete item, so whenever the person clicks, we have to confirm it that it's not accidentally clicked, so that are we sure to delete it. So whenever I click it, we'll get an prompt, or it's called a confirm box. Okay, so if I press cancel, it won't do anything, but if this returns true after pressing OK, that's why there's if. So we'll run this. Okay, and what this is doing, so basically this will okay, so this is another thing. I'll show you what's that. So in every HTML, we can have a data dash attribute, and this can be anything. Okay, so basically what how our delete jitter is working. I'll show you jitter controller and remove. Where is it? Okay, so basically, yeah, find by ID. So we have to pass an ID, right? So that we have to get from the EJS. So if you see in jitter, the single jitter EJS, we have to pass that resource data, the attribute which we are defining. So we can call it anything. So I'm just telling data dash resource equals jitter slash jitter ID. Okay. And the way we are consuming it is we have to say that this dot dataset dot resource. So we can console log and check it how it's run. So this dot dataset will contain all the data dash attributes on that. So if we click it, we should see an console log. Wait, oh, we have to refresh it. Server is running, right? Yeah. So if we click it, we should see a um, resource object, and that's user defined data attribute. Okay, so we can also say that data something equals some random value. Refresh, and you can say see that we have that data attribute as well. So basically that data dash gives us power to consume data inside our JavaScript very easily. So we'll just have that resource, and if you see what's that, jitter slash that ID. So basically we'll it will make easier to request that jitter slash id with a method of delete, so that we can use that where's the jitter controller router. So yeah, basically we can get that slash id on that using that delete method, and it will run that remove for us. So yeah, that's how we do it. So there's a fetch which is basically using that we can request the APIs, like I showed Shrikar that day how we fetch from API. So this fetch is a inbuilt function in JavaScript. So we, first we'll give it an endpoint where we want to fetch, and this one, if we are getting just requesting for data, we can omit that second. But if we want to delete it or post anything, we have to give a method, like what we have to what method we want to use to access this endpoint. Okay, and after that it's just like promise. So we are using dot, then actually we are not using this parameter, so we can omit this. But yeah, simply we are doing window dot location equals slash. Basically we are redirecting it after deleting it. So if we delete it, we'll redirect to slash, but the slash is again redirecting to slash jitter if we are signed in. So basically we land to this jitter list page. Okay, and if we get any error, we'll just alert the error to the user that there was an error in deleting or anything. So yeah, that's how the delete item is working. Is that clear? Any issue? Okay, so this fetch is very powerful if you are using if you are making a front end app. If we had any time, I would have shown you how to make a front end app using a fake API, but unfortunately we don't. So yeah, you can experiment with fetch, and it's I use it very often when I'm working with React or any front end project. So yeah, that's very powerful. So yeah, I guess that's all for the explanation part. We'll start deploying it, and before that, let's make sure all of us have the running instance of this project. So uh, are you still facing any issue running the app, or should we move ahead? Harshul and Anju, I guess no present. You're not facing issue, or we should not move ahead. Carry on. Okay. You guys are good, right? Because before deploying, we should, have a running app, perfectly running app, because during deployment also we face some issues. So we'll move ahead. I rectified it, copied from the clone. Okay, awesome. So what I want you to do, I want you to install something known as Heroku CLI. Okay, and how you will install it, I'll tell you. There will be the installer for your operating systems. I actually already have installed it. So just go to this and try and installing this. For macOS it's this, for Windows you'll have it, and for Ubuntu like me you can install it from Snap Store. So yeah, just quickly install this Heroku CLI and we'll move ahead. So Heroku is basically a cloud service which we'll be using for deploying our Node app. And yeah, that's all, I guess. It's very easy because it is integrate, it works with Git. Okay, so if you are already using Git, it will be very easy to deploy it using Heroku. So yeah, it'll take 5 minutes, and till then if you have any question, please.
Bro, I got that same error. JWT is not defined. I was going slow. If
Yeah,
I
no problem. No
where
problem. Yeah. Just open your developer tools, just press F12. If you have function key, just press Fn F12. Basically you have to open this application. Okay,
Hmm,
in cookies you'll go to localhost, and you will have this cookie. Okay,
okay.
T cookie, you have that.
Wait. Application. Uh,
Yes,
okay.
you clone the whole project, but
Okay.
you
I
cannot
have
actually
four
run it down.
four things. Username T and username XSRF. T is there, yeah.
Yeah, T is there, right? Just press delete to delete it.
Okay. Yeah, done. Other three? There are more three here.
No, just delete the T.
Okay. Then refresh, huh?
Yeah, then refresh. Worked.
I should log in. No, bro. Again, it's
What?
JWT is not defined. Same. That only.
JWT is not defined.
Yeah.
Okay, JWT is not defined. Wait, you have to include that in index.js. You have to see
Okay.
this one. Const JWT is equals require
Hmm.
JSON web token. Okay. Uh, Apurva has a question. Like, we cloned the whole project, right? Right. Okay. Question mark. So we cannot push it to our own GitHub, right? So yeah, the way GitHub works, you can actually push it to, but you have to fork it. What's forking is, so I have right to you know push it, but if you see git remote dash v, it will give the path from which it is fetching if you are git pulling, and it will give the path if to push it. Okay, so right now it's my GitHub account. So yeah, you have to have permission to do that. Basically, since it is a public repo, so you can push it. I will get a message if you want, if I want to, you know, uh, merge it to my own project, but since it is up to date, so it doesn't make any sense. But if you want to, you know, use it from your own, so what you can do is you can just come here, github.com slash, wait, I'm not logged in here, use Mozilla. So I'll just come here, github.com slash open codes slash, I actually cannot fork my own repo. So okay, let's see. So I'll come here and Twitter clone. Okay, so I can actually come here and okay, I can fork my own repo also. So I'll fork it, and what this will do will actually make fork React. Okay, React or GitHub. Yeah. So wow, the one Facebook React. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just fork it and choose my own account, not organization. So yeah, it, what this will do, it will make a, you know, basically a clone of, yeah, it will make the clone of React on my you know, GitHub account, but obviously it will show forked from Facebook React. So what I can do, I can make local changes, I can push it to my account, and I can actually request Facebook to, you know, merge my changes, if they you know, verify and merge my changes. And that's how open sourcing contribution works. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah, so you can fork it and you can upload it to your Git. But I actually told you how to upload it to your Git, right? Did you follow that? Okay. Okay, so everyone downloaded Heroku CLI? Yeah, Shrikar, is the problem resolved?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'll tell when I get some error. It's still loading.
Okay, it's loading.
Yeah, yeah.
No problem.
So when I create account, it'll be saved, right? Have to check that
Yeah. It's in your database, no? It
database.
will be here. It will be here
Hmm.
in your users.
Okay.
Yeah. So, any more questions? Did you guys install the Heroku CLI? This one? Were you able to install? Okay, yes. Anju says yes. It is getting installed. Okay, no problem. Just try and running Heroku, Heroku command basically. Let's check the version command. So, mm, yeah, you can run this command to check if Heroku is installed. It should give the version to you, and after installation, just run this command in your terminal to check it's installed. And if it doesn't give any error, just tell me. And if it does, tell me. Were you able to run this command properly? Heroku space dash dash version version. Yeah. Okay, so you got a version, right? That's the thing. Should not get any error. Okay. If you get the version, that means Heroku is installed properly in your. So how I deploy? I generally don't remember the commands. Okay, so I'll just come here to Google and search for Heroku is not recognized. Right, common Windows problem. Which operating system are you using, Apurva? Linux? Windows only. So you didn't get that error. So you. Oh, okay, 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 okay. So actually, Harshul, you have to set the environment variables to remove that error. Okay, and how do we do it? Currently, the window installer may display. Okay, run anyway. Okay, this one is not there. Hmm. Should we? Do we need to restart in the Windows? I don't remember. Anju, are you getting that error, or were you able to install it? I guess you are also on Windows. Okay, only Harshul got that error. Roku is not recognized as internal or external command, operable program, or batch file. Where are you executing this? Do you want to share your screen? Do you want to share your screen or you want to see the process deployment? I guess Apurva already knows because CMD. Yeah, sure, as you wish. No, I was asking, bro. You want to? Let's move ahead with the deployment and so that everyone can follow and at the last we can solve your problem. Let's say. Okay. Okay, you are presenting. No problem. Okay. Open CMD. Did you install it? You downloaded it or you installed it? Both. Okay. So can you restart your what do you say terminal? CMD only. Just close it and open again. Yeah, congrats. Wait. Yeah, okay. It's fine. Can stop presenting now. Yeah, that was the problem. That's problem with the terminal. No problem. Can stop presenting. We'll start with. Yeah. So first of all, we have to commit all the changes which we made to the project. So git status to check what there, and we have a couple of new files, actually a lot of new files and few modified ones. So I actually showed you only git add dot, which basically adds everything to the, so that we can commit everything. But you can also add individual files, like we can add dot git ignore, and if we check git status now, you see the git ignore file is ready to be committed. Okay, but for now, let's just go with all, and it looks good to me. Yeah, you don't have .env file. Make sure you don't have .env file. You have to add uh, .env file to your git ignore. You have to add node modules to your git ignore. Please make sure of that. Okay, because we will set up environment variables through Heroku through the command line. Please make sure you have that in your .git ignore file. Please. Okay. Here, once something came up, I have to leave. I'll watch the videos. Yeah, no problem. You can leave. Get. Um, Now the next step is the commit. Um, Final changes. Let's go with that only. Uh, yeah. So yes, we are done. What? What? Okay, we have some issues there. Now I'll show you one more thing. How I can do this add and commit in same step. So if we have only a modified file, not new file, what we can do is git commit dash am, a for add and m for message. Um, Remove empty style in CSS. Okay, and it will work fine. Okay, so that's different way we can commit and add things. Now we have, if we check git status now, our working tree is clean, and now we can create a new Heroku file, Heroku project, and we can commit that. So the way we can do it is simply Heroku. You have to be inside your project, obviously, and you'll just say Heroku Create, and you can press enter here also. But if you do this, Heroku will give a random name to your project, and if you want to give a special name, you can simply add your name after create. So Heroku space create space your name. I'll just give urban codes because I do that with every project. Urban codes that dash mosaic to Twitter, and I'll press enter, and hopefully it should create it. So yeah, it's available and it will create our project. Obviously, it won't have anything. If we open that, it'll be a new, you know, app, but it won't have anything that we have it. So we have to push it, and the way we push it is very similar to the way we push to GitHub. But tell me if you are done with these steps which we just did. Where did it go? Okay, are you done with that?
Show that Heroku part. Heroku Create.
Okay, you have to press. First, you have to commit all the changes.
Okay. Okay.
What problem can you tell
Actually,
me?
I didn't create repository in GitHub. I just
Okay, no,
add
no,
ID.
okay, no, you have to,
Hmm.
and not in GitHub, you have
Hmm.
to create a local Git repository. You
Okay.
don't need to have a GitHub repository. You have to
Hmm.
have a Git repo here.
What and all you told git init, git add dot. I did that and all. I
Yeah,
should
yeah,
just git commit.
yeah, yeah. Just git commit.
Can
See,
you
if
show
you
that?
press git status,
Okay.
you, you'll have all the list of the files that are being modified or the new files.
Okay.
And if you see this, nothing to commit, you're good to go. If you don't, if you see a list of files on git status, you have to do some things.
Can you paste that git commit code?
Sure, I can paste it. Git add. There are two-step process actually if you have new files. So git space add space dot, then git space commit space dash m, and then message. Special,
Okay, bro.
special message. Okay. So in this process, you will have, and after that, if you check git status,
Hmm.
you should have this nothing to commit.
Okay.
Okay, Harshal, what was your problem? Wait, it was Shrikar, right? Yeah. Harshal, you're facing problem with adding or Heroku Create.
Git
Something
commit done,
and
bro.
all.
Next.
Sorry, bro.
Okay, he's talking.
Something and all is happening when I'm writing git space. Yeah, so something will happen though. What is happening? Your what it's called LF and CRLF. This thing in Windows probably this would happen on your first adding.
If you add in git ignore, that will go that error. I tried. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If node modules, yeah, in node modules it will go. But I have noticed that if I even if I write JS, there are some. This is related to some ending, I guess, ending of the file. I don't know what exactly this is, but yeah, end of line sequence. Yeah. So yeah, in Windows there is some problem with that, but Git will solve it. No problem. No need to worry about it. But you need to have node modules and .env in your git ignore file. Please make sure of that.
Next, what to do, bro? After commit?
Okay, after commit,
Hmm.
you see this working tree clean.
Yeah, it's clean.
Okay, so you have to just type it Heroku Create and space your project name or app name. Can you paste the command? I just did, bro. Here, git add space dot, then git commit dash m, git ignore one. Okay, that's not a command, bro. Actually, you have to make a dot git ignore file in your root. Don't make it inside any folder. In your root directory, in your project directory, dot env, sorry, dot git ignore, and you have to add these to that dot git ignore file. The name of the file should be dot git ignore. It's a special file which git will see to ignore the files to keep track of. No, I only deleted it.
Bro,
Okay, so
I'm
now
getting the Heroku command not found.
So did you install Heroku CLI? I
Yeah,
just told.
installed.
Okay, so delete this terminal if you're using that VS Code terminal.
Okay, I'll delete.
Yeah, delete it and open a new one. Probably that's the problem.
Mm. Should I open Bash only? Git Bash.
Yeah, yeah. You can open anything. It's no problem. Heroku is globally installed in your system, so you can use any terminal.
Okay.
I'm myself not using Bash.
Mm.
So yeah, is it done now, Harshal?
Again, same thing, bro. Not found. I'm getting. I checked with the command prompt. Okay, it is telling
Yeah.
version name, everything. Heroku.
Okay, so what you do,
Hmm.
um, you open your, you're using Windows, right?
Yeah, I should open
So you
command prompt.
open, yeah, yeah, no, just go here. I'll
Hmm.
tell you a shortcut.
Okay.
Just go inside your project directory,
Okay.
press Shift and right click.
Hmm.
You'll see open in PowerShell, I guess.
Okay.
You'll see that option. Click that and then try Heroku Create. That will simply open your project directory in your terminal. You don't have to cd into that. Okay, Harshal, were you? Wait, wait. Okay, you guys have to log into the Heroku also. I completely forgot that part. Okay, so before you can use a Heroku Create, you have to actually log into your Heroku account, and the way you do it, you guys, okay, Heroku Login. Yes, that's the one, Heroku Login. And yeah, so it should tell you that press any key to open up the browser. I'll press enter and it should open my browser. Yeah, it should open my browser and I'll have to log in. You can either create new account or log in with that. What was my email password? Okay, project. Okay, forgot my email account. Mm, yeah. So it should work. You have to actually sign up because commit part is done. Okay, so just come here and type Heroku space login and just log into your Heroku. Is it taking so much long? I'm actually already logged in, so it doesn't make any sense. I'll list all my. Okay, so I hope you guys can log in. I was already logged in, so I skipped that part. But You need to log in first before you can create a new project. Okay. Any problem till now, guys? Okay, okay. So you guys were able to log in and create. Heroku login is taking some time. Yeah, it will take some time. It will take some time, and after that, you have to come here and just press Heroku Create and this one. Basically, your app name. Or if you just type Heroku Create, it will automatically give a random name. Like you can see my projects here. These type of names it will give. Water class is actually a name I gave, but yeah, this is a random name given by Heroku. So yeah, you should give a name of yourself, but should be unique because it cannot. It's like a username on Heroku. There is a 5 app limit, right? Is there? I don't know. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Actually, I'm on a student free tier, so it doesn't matter actually. Actually, there is a limit when there's a limit on Dino, I guess. There's no limit on. Um, okay, I was able to create multiple projects, so I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, maybe because of that. Okay, so you guys logged in? So I just showed you um, Git remote v, right? It will basically show all the URLs you have, and if you do this, so you'll see that we have now, apart from origin, we have Heroku as well. So origin is basically a nickname for this big GitHub repo, okay, URL where we are pushing and fetching the data from. And now we have a Heroku link as well, endpoint as well, where we'll push Heroku app and it will get updated here. And it's a record that I was not able to do it in a single time. So let's see how much try I have to do it. Should we push it? Are you able to create project, new app? Yes, no, anything? Just give me a loading screen as well.
Yeah, I got created. It told only lower cases. Is it
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Only lower
Then
cases.
two links came with what I gave create with .com and get heroku.com.
Okay. That's fine. So you were able to create,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, okay. So that which one of the .heroku app.com
Mm.
still logging into Heroku. Really, bro? Were you able? What are you seeing? Is it giving you to
You
this
need to
message that
verify email and all. So that's why I think.
yeah? Are you getting this? Press any key to open up the browser. You have to press any key to open up the browser except this Q and your power button. You have to press any key. You opened the browser, right? To log into Heroku. Harshul, I finished signing up part. Okay. So, so are you logged into Heroku or what? I'm logging in again. Okay, login again. Login, create, and there's just one part left. We just have to do the way we, push origin master. What we'll do, we'll change the endpoint and we'll do Heroku master. So master branch is same. I guess we didn't talk about branching much here. Actually, not at all. But yeah, master is basically the production branch mostly, and we'll push that to Heroku and hopefully it works. So those who have created, okay, we have to enter. What's my username and password? Huh, forgot. What's my username in Heroku? Hmm, is there a username in Heroku? Let me use my Git password only. GitHub only.
Bro, mine came. Everything remote discovering process types, downloading.
Yours should work. I don't know why mine is not working.
After this, should I put the website on browser?
Yeah, you can do that. You can check if you're getting any error. Store me done, buddy. I logged in. Sorry for the delay, though. No problem. Just type Heroku Create and give a unique name for your app. Heroku Create space. Give a unique name, or just press Heroku Create and it will create a new app with unique name. So
This
let me
application error.
application error.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can try with Heroku logs
Okay.
dash tail and it will give what's the error. Okay, let me just push once. I'll tell you. Mm, git push Heroku master. What's my user? Wow. Okay. What's username for Git? Oh, okay. I tried logging in and okay, I got it. No problem. That's why I'm getting this error. Okay, I'll tell you why you're getting that error. Wait, let me just. Yeah, I'm logged in. I'm logged in. I'll just push Heroku master. It should work now. Yeah. Now, if you remember, I told you to add .env in your what do you say .gitignore, and our .env file contains the yeah, right. Do we need to connect MongoDB? Yeah. We have to connect. And how we'll do that? We'll do that like this. Should also get that. Oh, wait, this is not the URL. I should also get that application error, obviously. So the way we do that is Heroku config :set, then MongoDB URI. Basically, the environment variable, you can just copy and paste it until here. MongoDB equals colon. Depending on your shell, you have to or don't have to give the colon, and I'll just press enter. It should set the MongoDB URI property. I hope it's correct spelling. MongoDB URI. Yeah. So that's how we set environment variable. I'll just copy and paste it in the chat. Now we should actually, uh, yeah. So in quotes, you can add your MongoDB URI. Still getting? Okay, we'll check why we are getting. So if you press try this and reload your application, you will get the error. Okay, error object, and we'll see why it's getting. We have an npm error. Build succeed. Okay. Okay, missing start script. Obviously, we didn't give a start script to your to our. So the way I guess at this, I created Heroku Progen CMD. Okay, I'm sorry I missed your chat. Are you guys at here? Um, your application also crashing after setting up the MongoDB URI. After setting up the MongoDB URI. Okay, so the way generally it works is we'll have a npm start script. Okay, everywhere there will be a start script, and which will start our what do you say server. Okay, And in this case, we are using nodemon. And if you recall, we have nodemon as dev dependency. So we are just using it inside our local development process. And you'll see the same error as here. npm error, missing start script, npm error, missing script, start. So we'll have to add a start script, start. Obviously, don't forget the comma here. And here we'll say node space index.js. Okay. And now, should I copy and paste it? Add it and give a comma after your dev script and add it.